Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. So as you can see behind me, a whole bunch of boxes have arrived, and yes, this is the GT Omega Prime Cockpit, and I need to try and fit it in my home office slash man cave. So let's go and take a look at what I'm going to try and achieve. So here we are in the home office. I have got my old PC sitting here on my left. I've got my triple 4K screens set up here. And here is the new PC that I built back in December. And over on this desk is where I do all my electronics tinkering and 3D modelling, 3D projects and 3D printing, or whatever you want to call it. And then over on this side I've got my 3D printers and spare TV and an old PS3 sat, which hasn't seen the light of day for God knows how long. So what I wanted to do is try and fit in a cockpit in here. And what I'm thinking is I'm going to remove this rack that sits in the corner and move this desk out of the way, and then that'll potentially mean that the cockpit could be sat in this corner here. Now I might need to move the computers around over there. I just don't know yet until I start tearing this room to bits. But up on the rack as well, I've got to also factor in I've got an NAS storage box and I've got two UPS units as well. And I need to find homes for them, so whether they end up being part of the foots for the PCs or being stacked up over here with the NASs on top, I just don't know yet. So anyway, first job is to get this room cleared, and then what I want to do, I think I'm going to move this drawer unit down into this corner, move these out, this drawer unit out, and then move this table, the small sit-stand desk, over to where the drawers are, and that'll give me floor space for the cockpit in the corner. And then this rack, I can use that elsewhere in the house for some other storage. Alright, so let me get into it and I'll catch you in a bit. Alright, so you join me back. It's been a few hours of just tidying up the office and moving everything around. So temporarily I have got the new PC over on this side. I have moved the NAS box off the rack in behind this left monitor. The UPS are under the desk, and I've got the old PC sitting over on the pedestal at this side, but I've got no cables or anything connected to it, so I can wheel it out of the way once I know what I'm doing. And the space for the sim rig is obviously going to be in here, so plenty of floor space to work with. And I've moved the drawer units down against the wall, as I said, and the small desk is moved from there over to there. So I guess the next thing to do is get building the rig. Alright, so this is going to get interesting. So I've opened up the first box, the GT Omega Prime Box 1, and inside it was another couple of cardboard boxes, and they contained all these various hardware, plastic corner brackets, end caps, some feet, various hex bolts and nuts, and I don't know what these bits are, various plates, and also I had another box inside it with this Prime pedal kit, and along with that there was this instruction manual, which could be like a giant IKEA set, and yeah, still got all these to go. No idea what's in some of these. Alright, let's get going. So the next box was the box 2 of tool opened, which was the big heavy square box, and inside it contained all the different lengths of the aluminium channel for building the base assembly. Alright, so carried everything through to the office. Can't believe the echo in here since I've removed everything, never mind. So I carried everything through to the office here. I had some of this high density foam gym flooring, garage flooring, whatever you want to call it, left over from when I put the floor down in the observatory, and I'm going to use that to build the rig on to save transmitting through onto the concrete tiled floors, and hopefully that will improve things a little bit. So I'm going to get on with the build. I've got everything here, everything appears to be correct. The quality is absolutely brilliant, everything's been cut clean, it's heavy duty, nice finish, all the plates, everything is looking good. So let's get after it. Alright, so that's the main frame built, and the chair in place went relatively straightforward. The hardest part was getting the bolts in underneath the chair, just trying to get everything lined up with the runners and things. So I've left the shifter off at the moment, because I'll do that later once I know what I'm doing with that. And the next step is to do the pedal base. So this is it here. Prime pedal pack, and just more plates and screws, and yeah, let's do it. Alright, so I've added on the wheel deck, the pedal deck, and obviously until I get pedals I don't know what angle or height I need to adjust them, but obviously they're on these two sets of sliders, so fully adjustable, and I dare say we'll be able to work something out. If not, I can just move them around until I'm happy. Okay, on to the next thing, which is the wheel deck. Alright, so I've put the wheel plate on. I haven't adjusted it obviously, it's just set in a random position at the moment until I can get my wheel, and then we can work out exactly where the pedals are going to sit and where the wheel deck's going to sit. So yeah, progress is good. Alright, so things are progressing well, and so far I've added the keyboard tray, and I've added the mouse plate and a floor pan to the rig. Now I might move all these once I get the wheel and the shifter and that, and adjust heights and things, but it's given me an idea of how things are starting to look. So next up I'm going to get the monitor stand out. Alright, so here we go, there's the cockpit all assembled. I'm just waiting for the pedals and the wheels and the shifter etc. all arriving, and yeah, really pleased with how things have come out. So here's the monitor stand. I've added in a 55-inch Samsung Q80C 4K monitor on there, and as I said, I've added the keyboard option, the mouse plate option, and I also obviously added the right side rail support option. And I've just been using it with the old PC at the moment, using a game controller, and as you can see I've got Forza Motorsport up on the screen at the moment, and it's been absolutely excellent. The thing is solid, no flex in it at all, everything works great so far, and it's really comfy to sit in. So if I just hop down into the cockpit there, you can see this is what I'm looking at on the screen, and once I get the wheels and the pedals in, I'll be able to make all the adjustments, either moving the wheel plate back and forwards, adjusting the angle of the pedal plate, and I might, depending on how everything looks, I might move the keyboard over to the other side, and yeah, I haven't decided until I can get all the rest of the equipment, but so far it's looking brilliant, and this quality of the screen is excellent. Even though I'm only running the PC in 1080p, dare say I'll try it at 4K once I get everything set up, but at the moment 1080p picture quality is absolutely brilliant, and in Forza Motorsport I've tuned it to get 60 FPS, so it looks absolutely brilliant. Alright, so there we have it. So we'll wait for part 2 once we get all the wheels, pedals, etc. all arrived. They should hopefully be coming in the next couple of days. According to the tracking, they've made it into Cyprus, which is a good start. And we'll catch you in the next one. So thanks very much for watching, and take care.